Business Development Manager. I hope everyone can hear me. Uh, there is a chat box. If anyone has any challenges, you can just use your chat box. So fine. Today's session is all about the current meeting agenda is all about cybersecurity market scenario and demand of infosec professionals and what is the shortage of cybersecurity workforce, how EC Council EC Council can fulfill this requirement, how does this help you, and initiatives taken by a Bangladesh government. So quickly I'll start about what was about 2001. I hope everyone using internet, and I'm sure that everyone has their smartphones and they use internet now. But when in 2001, there were basic fire evaluation, physical security, malware function, and insiders. In 2001, there was not much that attacks that happened. Only few endpoints, simple network, and simple web technologies were used in 2001, and simple security controls as well. Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, brother. Yes, brother.
Great. So fine. Suppose that in 2000, in this generation of 2000, we have seen the expanding the attacks. That was more endpoints, complex networks, increasing the number of users. The number of users has been increased, and multiple parameter security controls has been used. Like example, I would like to give you the attacks which happened, like web app attacks, that is web application attacks, VPN attacks, firewall, physical security, the password crackings, malware injections were started. So this was the attacks that has been taken place in 2000. But what is the current scenario? What is the current situation right now in the industry? The number of users has been increased, and if you look out the internet users, everyone whoever using the smartphone are using the internet. So there is more threat in the current scenario. What is happening in this situation? And if you look out the malwares and VPNs and everything, so apart from that, the smishing has been started, and wailing that SMS, the links that it's been shared right now to attack, spear phishing, customs malware, advanced presenting threats, 0 days exploitation. If you look out right now, the current scenario, the every day the attacks, the cyber attacks been taken place at every 39 seconds. If you look out globally, on an every 39 second there is an attack as the cyber attack which has been placed. So this is what which I was saying you right now. On an average, it is 2,244 times a day the attacks, the hackers are attacking every day. This is the current scenario. This is the industry. This has been reviewed by University of Maryland. So as we were discussing, every internet user is at a very serious risk of identifying frauds, the data theft, and everyone who are using internet, the smartphone, at a very high risk. The cybercrime cost to this today's world by 2021 is strict 6 trillion. Please understand, it's 6 trillion the cost. Most of the global organization, the profits are not even matchable with this cost. Like example, Apple, Microsoft, Google, if you map all their profits also, it cannot be mapped with this kind of a threat that is happening. Please understand that 6 trillion threats cost. If you look out this cyber security, the ventures, the predicts, right now till today, it's more than 3.5 million cybersecurity jobs are still open. Still open. There is a job opportunities. There is no skilled manpower in the cybersecurity. If you look at the pay scale of CEH, the globally, can you understand? It's 92K US dollars. This is being drawn the salary whoever this certified in CEH globally. The global 92K is the salary, average salary of the certified ethical hacker salary. The EC Council certifications with the salary, average salaries, it is globally which we have done this. It is not with us also, it's with the pay scale. It is not we that EC Council is certifying it, it's pay scale is certifying it. Average license penetration tester is earning a salary of 86,000. The certified ethical hacker is on an average of 90,000. CHFI, the forensic investigator, it's 88,000. ECSA, certified secure analyst salary is 92,000. And all this certification, whatever that EC Council is handling in, is having a huge, across the globe. Hardly you spend to get this certificate, hardly it's around $2, nothing more than that. If you calculate in an average salary per year, you're spending hardly $2 to get this certificate. The current jobs that vanished in this last 40 years, I'm sure that you might have heard the travel agents. Right now, everything is online. There is no travel agent who will book for you. Everything you are doing it. Data entry operators. There is no data entry operators at all. Traffic challenge, especially, I'm sure that you are aware of this traffic challenge. Right now, if I take the live example of India, everything is online. There is no challenge that everyone will be writing on a paper and giving you it. Everything has been taken photographs. It will be updated in your portal. You will be sending in, you will be getting an SMS. You have to pay that challenge. The ticket vendors, the online ticket vendors, there is no ticket vendors. I'm sure that 99.99% everyone are booking their tickets online. The parking, the access cards, I'm sure that you had been seen this parking collectors are not available in this right now. The same thing in 2021, you will see this computer engineers. Once the AI is completely started and boomed, you will see there will be a no computer engineers, because everything is automated and AI is already started. So there is no coding. So AI has given the complete will be taken care in 2021. So the recent this analysis which has been done, like I'm sure that you are aware. I'm sure there is a Uber which is available. Previously there were drivers, but right now Uber is available for you. Everyone can take Uber. Machine learning, online learning. Right now we have seen this COVID-19 situation. Everyone are doing online trainings, online classes. I'm sure that everyone had seen this e-learning. So that's why there is a lot of changes that happened in this current scenario. If you look out this 2020, 2021, all the web developers, and there would be a lot of threats. And along with that, with this COVID-19, there is a huge risk for all these developers and other retail industry, manufacturing industry, automobile industry, everyone. But except this cybersecurity, still today, if you look out, there has been increased by 50% jobs. 50% jobs. Current scenario, you can just do Google it, you will find that. So how do we help you in empowering your skills? So we identify industry jobs, we job task analysts, what they do in the jobs, and standard mapping, KSAs, course development, lab development. We develop the lab according to the job role, job tasks that he'll be doing in, and the exam development, quality review panel. We have a review panel, and then we launch the product in the region. And these are the advisory board members. We have 150 plus board advisory members, 350 plus subject matter experts, 12 advisory boards. So this 350 subject matter experts, what we have, who are already working in the industry, those who know what is the thread that happening in the industry, accordingly we go ahead and develop the course. We go ahead and develop the program. So this 350 subject matter experts are working in this topmost organizations like Accenture, Verizon, Deloitte, Symantec, you name it, you'll find all this topmost. HP. So what EC Council global accreditations? All the programs are CNSS, that is Committee on National Security Systems, and our courses are ANSI, that is American National Standards Institutes, and NSA, National Security Agencies, DoD, Department of Defense and Directive, NICE, National Institute for Cybersecurity Education, Department of Veteran Affairs, GCHQ certified trainings. All these are EC Council accreditation and recognitions. So these are some of the customers. You can top most of the customers like Deloitte, Capgemini, HP, IBM, Microsoft, Dell, Xerox, Cisco, and the academias, topmost academias in the region, governments, Department of Defense from US, Department of the Army in US. These all are the customers. These all are our customers, and many more. And what is EC Council? EC Council is a global leader in cybersecurity training and certification. Is one of the division. We have EC Council University. We have EC Council Global Services. We have EC Council Academia. We have IIB Council. We have Shield Alliance. We have Coded. Our modulators, majorly what we do instructor-led training. Like BitLabs is our accredited training partner in your region. BitLab can go ahead and deliver all EC Council courses for you, whether it is CEH, whether it is CHFI, whether it is SOC, whether it is ECSA, anything, online training, or mobile learning, whatever that you require according to your requirements. iLabs, this is one of the cyber range. So normally most of the organizations, they'll ask you, so you have a certificate, what is your work experience? So this cyber range, the iLabs, what we provide. So this cyber range, this is a cloud-based range. It gives you the current scenarios according to the industry needs. You will be doing hands-on learning, practice whenever you required, 24 hours, and everything is 100% automated. Access your virtual anytime, anywhere within an internet connection. So what is cybersecurity tomorrow? So we as an EC Council, what we help you out, basic from foundation tracks to the governance, like from basic whoever works on internet, it is mandate as per these organizations requirement, the basic computer secure user, certified secure computer user, EC Council certified security analyst, EC Council certified encryption specialist. These are the fundamentals and VAPT track. So we have designed according to the job roles, that is CND, the networking, who wants to be on a networking. From the networking, if he has to go to the top level, he has to have a CEH, and again he has to have a CH practical. From CH practical, who want to do a VAPT, as I said you, that EC Council security analyst, from security analyst to the security practical analyst practical, and then LPT, license penetration testing, who will be doing the testing in the organizations. So this is a job role. For this job role, this all will be useful for you to grow in your career. Forensics, the forensic investigation, the CND, certified ethical hacker to the practical to the incident handling. What is incident? The incidents, whatever that you will be in that position, whoever is hacking, that is where the forensic investigation will have the knowledge, the complete, they need to have the complete the coach module, which according to the job role. networking defender. The defender, what is this defender job roles? The security administration engineer specialist in networking defender, networking technician, or security analyst, security operational, computer networking defender. For everything, what is that they require? Basically, he has to be a CND, that is certified networking defender, EDRP, that is disaster recovery professional, and certified incident handler, that is CIH. that's that's a course mapping for what we do. For software engineers, software security, what is that they work on? Whether it is a Java, whether it is a .NET, they have to know which application that they are building, what is the security layers that they have to build. That is a basic compute secure user, ks.net, ks Java. From there to certified ethical hacker. Why is that certified ethical hacker is useful in all the job roles? Because you have to think, you have to look what hacker does. You have to be in the same position. How does hacker think? How is that he's hacking the threat? So basically you have to think in those lines. So that is where the certified ethical hacker is useful in all the roles. ECSA, the certified security analyst, what exactly that what he does. And license penetration testing, that is testing the tool, whether it is a case Java or case.net. And this is a governance, the top level CCSO, that is a masters of cyber security. That is a governance, security risk management, control, audit management, security program management, operations, information security, and strategy and planning. So what exactly the government, exactly Bangladesh government itself, they want to train their own 100 employees with the EC Council certifications. This is there in their website. You can just go ahead and do this, Google it. Everything is available online. The government want EC Council certificate to train their employees because EC Council certificate standards are high. So what are the jobs that are currently available in the jobs? So everywhere, if you look at Bharat Bank and Central Bank, everyone required EC Council certificates, must have industry certifications, CEH, CHFI, CCSO, SOC. And if you look out the Bharat Bank, CEH, ECSA, LPT, CHFI, CTIA. So everything. These are the current requirements. I've just taken some. There are many other. If you just do your Google, so you'll find many. But the thing, to be a cybersecurity expert, to be a cybersecurity, EC Council certificate will help you in growing and empowering your skills to grow your career step by step. So I'm done with my webinar. If you have any questions, you can you can text me. I am ready to answer all your queries. Firoz, you can just check if anyone is having any queries or any questions.
Okay, so firstly, I would like to thank Mr. Our brother from EC Council, Mr. Srikant, for his amazing presentation. And I would like to specially thank him to come up with a time for us out of his extremely busy schedule. So, thanks a lot. And for our listeners right now, if you guys have any questions, you can type the questions on the group chat section, or if you have or I'm like basically if you wanna ask question directly, you can request to unmute your mic and we will do it from our end. Okay, so if I may have some questions from some people, brother. Okay.
Yeah.
Or we can unmute them all, right? We can unmute them all, and I guess
You can do that. You can do that.
Yes, I guess they will be more comfortable in asking, questions. Yeah,
Sure,
so
sure.
we have a question from Mr. Robin. Okay, he is asking, taking a certification is sometimes not easy, like the current time. So our guideline for home study will be helpful. Okay, so
Definitely.
yeah.
Definitely, Robin, you can go ahead and do that. Our partner, our partner BitLabs can go ahead and help you out with online training, or we can schedule the online training accordingly. So you can go ahead and do that. That should be perfectly all right with us. That's what in the previous slides, if you have seen the modalities of our training sessions. I mean, we can do it online, offline, or instructor-led training. We can do it anything according to your requirements.
Okay, so I mean, like, if somebody wants to ask question directly, you can, do that because we have unmuted whoever wants. Okay, and if there are no more questions coming, we will conclude the session today. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's see if we have some other questions within the next, let's say, 2 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
In the meantime, I would like to remind our listeners that BitLab is currently the only EC Council accredited training center here in Chittagong, and currently we are offering the four most famous and amazing courseware from EC Council. It starts from CND, which is Certified Network Defender. The next one is CEH, which is Certified Ethical Hacker. The third one is, CHFI, which is Computer Hacking Forensic Investigator. And the fourth one is EC Council Certified Encryption Specialist. Okay, so, like, if any of you are interested in any of this, coursewares or any other courseware under EC Council, you guys are most welcome to communicate with us. I think we have another question. Yeah. Okay, so Robin has another question, I think. So
Yeah.
he's asking, do the CTFs help? Like
See,
uh, Hack the Box or Pentester Lab or like Try Hack Me?
I'm sorry, I did
Who
not.
use he's basically he is basically asking about the hack boxes that are out, out on the the internet domain. Okay, for example, there are some web, there are some sites, through which you can practice hacking, like Try Hack Me and stuff like that. Okay, he's asking about those,
Yes, see, you can do that. You can do that, but the thing is, you need to have this subject knowledge, right? See,
yeah.
you might have the free tools or open source tools. That's really good. But the thing is, you need to, with this particular tool, you'll not be able to have this certificate of EC Council. If you look out certified ethical hacker pay scale, which I've shown you, it has 92,000. Do you think with the same open source that you have an experience, would you prove that you have a certified ethical hacker certificate?
True, true.
Right. EC
Yeah.
Council certificate, whatever that which we are talking about, whether it is CEH, whether it is ECSA, whether it is CHFI, whether it is CTIA, whether it is any other course, SOC analyst, all these courses are nice framework. So this is one thing that you have to look into it. And most of our courses are ANSI,
And
American National Standard Institutes. So this is the thing that you have to understand. So normally, I'll give you a live example. Example. Let's assume, as a student, you have done your graduation, but you do not have a certificate. Will any employer accept that you have done your graduation without your certificate? Will they take you into the organization?
obviously not.
Obviously, no, right?
Yeah.
So without a certificate of EC Council, if you say that you are an hacker, or you might have a knowledge, The thing is, you might not have a complete subject knowledge, complete practicals with the virtual labs. You'll not be having, right. And the codes, whatever that you are taking in with the EC Council, it is with the current industry standards, current industry requirements. That is what our programs is all about.
And if I may add one of my points with it, which
Yeah.
is, I mean, if we dive head first down in trying to learn the aspects of cybersecurity from the open source, sources. One thing that happens is, like you do not have a proper, like you do not have a proper roadmap. Let's say, I'm like from, like from which lesson or from which tool should we start with,
Yes, from
right?
the basics.
Yeah,
Yes, you're right.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
From the
So,
basics. That's what. From the foundation, you'll not have the entire information.
yeah. So I mean, like for our listeners out there, one of the greatest benefits in following the curriculum of global brand like EC Council is you have a total, clear roadmap,
That's true.
telling you, like from which point you should start, which
Yes.
tools you should be, practicing with, and from that you go one step at a time, right? So
Yes.
that really helped me personally in my own journey with, like in the field of cyber security. Yeah.
That's true. That's true. You're right.
Okay, so I think there's a third question. He's asking, like, can I improve my skills through these things? Okay, so brother, I'm like, you have to clarify what do you mean by these things. I'm like, are you referring to EC Council materials, or are you referring to open source? Uh, yeah. So yeah, I mean, like like obviously, like you can obviously gain knowledge from everywhere you want, right? But I'm gonna put it like this: you have to have this strategy of making balance of how much time that you are giving in this topic, and like how fast you are getting something in, in like something that we call, return on investment, right? So like time is one of the things that you are investing well while you are trying to, learn something new, right? So yeah. So brother Robin, he is asking
Yeah.
that, if he focuses on the open source, resources, can he improve his skills through those open source, resources? Yeah, brother. So if you could, just mention a few points on that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did not get this complete question.
Yeah. I'm like, he's trying to ask is that, obviously we know that we can, gain knowledge from open source, like open source materials, right? And he's trying to ask that, can he improve his skills through these open source materials, right? So I pointed out by saying that, I'm like, obviously we can learn a lot from open source, materials, but the most important thing is that we are investing time, and we need to see, like how fast are we getting something back out of that, investment, right? So if you could, like highlight on that point. Yeah, brother, brother Robin, you have the mic now, so you can speak, brother.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Yes, I'm just asking that I solved some of the CTFs like Hack the Box or Try Hack Me. I solved some of them. So through that journey, I learned at almost like a lot of things. Like
Yes.
than before. Then
Yeah.
before I learned a lot of things. So those CTFs, at least I didn't have any guidelines. I didn't
Okay.
have any guidelines. I only had this the networking knowledge and this Red Hat the course that I did before
Okay.
once upon a time. So I just had those knowledge, and the Linux environment was comfortable with me.
Okay.
So I just went to this Hack the Box or the Try Hack Me,
Mm-hmm.
anyone. So I started solving those, and I just started some learning and through some of the Discord servers. So
Yes.
how does the CTFs, these CTFs and the CEH courses, just like the difference? Because I am learning through a live or practical stuffs,
Yes.
like competitive programming. I'm just solving something. I just know the basic stuffs and just
Yes.
solving and solving, yeah, that kind of stuff. So the
The
CH and these CTFs. So the
yes. See,
comparison here.
I'll let you know. See, the CEH, what exactly that we are talking about, and you are talking about the open source like Hackme and
Capture
everything.
the flag and the, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
As a simple so you have a knowledge of basic Hackme. So what about the current scenario? So do you have any certificate from them?
No, I don't have any certificate because I didn't do any CH or the
No, no,
certificate
no,
regarding
not
this.
only
I
from
just
thing Hackme or anything. Do you have anything?
I'm not a graduate student, so I don't have any certifications.
Right? So that's
Yes.
where the point is. So if you have to if you want to go ahead and have a job opportunity, right? So what is that you require?
Well, the current scenario is except for Bangladesh, because Bangladesh we require the certificates, but on the foreign countries the certificates or the certificates that doesn't matter
I'm sorry,
as
I'm
far
sorry.
as I know. On the foreign countries the certificate doesn't matter as far as I know. I may be wrong.
Foreign countries or Bangladesh or anywhere,
Uh,
it is required.
Now Bangladesh required, but foreign countries I don't know.
It is
Maybe
required.
required or maybe.
It is
Okay.
required. Anywhere.
Okay.
See, anywhere. I'll give you an example. That's what we just now I had answered your question. So you have completed your graduation, but you do not have any certificate. So will they consider? This is my question, Robin.
No.
Right? Answer is with you.
Okay.
So answer is with you. You have done your graduation, but you do not have a certificate. No one will consider.
Yes.
See, until and unless you have to prove somewhere, right? So let's give you any other. You can go ahead and say that identification of anything might be if you're going to a if you're traveling and anywhere, but without a passport you cannot travel. You need a proof, right? That you need to have a passport.
Yes.
Same thing, whatever that you have done, you need to have a proof. And why is that EC Council certified ethical hacker is required? Is because it's a global organization. We have trained more than 2 lakhs plus professionals, and our courses, our EC Council courses are ANSI. You the recognitions which we were discussing about in my previous slides. Nice framework. I'm sure that you have shown you that slide.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you see this? Can you see all the accreditation and recognition of EC Council? So
Yes.
this is where we were discussing, right? So let's assume you have a knowledge along with the certificate. How best you will be with the others? This is the most important thing. You have to be the best, right?
Yes.
So let's assume you had been went for the interview, right? Without a certificate. I'm coming to an interview with the same knowledge with the certificate. Who would be preferred?
The you, the person with the certificate.
Am I right? The same thing.
Yes. Okay.
You have your answer,
Yes.
right? And apart from that, as an EC Council, it's a global body.
Okay.
Fine. Yes. Any more questions for me?
No. Thank you.
Welcome, Robin.
So let's see if we have any more questions within the next, let's say, a minute, or if there are no more, queries, then we will conclude the, the session today. Okay.
Great.
And I'm referring to brother, like Srikanth here. Thanks a lot to, for making this time for us, brother. Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Firoz, and everyone. You have taken a time on this COVID-19 lockdown, and I hope I request everyone to be safe and please maintain physical distance and stay safe.
And on behalf of BitLab and our participants, I would like to request, I would like to ask, if we can have more, let's say, webinars on this from EC Council, maybe on some technical topics too.
Definitely, I'll do that. Definitely, I'll do. Definitely, we are doing it. I'll give you a unique link, which I've already shared you a couple of times. I'll share you
Okay.
one more unique links. With you, you can go ahead and request all your participants to go ahead and join this session. Definitely, we're doing this webinar regularly and very often to make aware how exactly the cybersecurity industry is moving on. And as I said, you with this current scenario of COVID-19, there is a lot of threat that is happening in the
Yeah,
region,
true.
but the only cybersecurity industry requirements has more job opportunities comparing to any other industry. And with this
True.
situation, with the downfall of the jobs, but cybersecurity jobs are more. The
In demand.
requirement is very high and high demand.
True. Okay, brother. It seems there are no more queries coming in. So I'd like to thank our participants and especially the speaker for making his time. And thanks a lot for joining this session.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone. Thank you, everyone, once again. And thank you, Firoz,
You're most
for scheduling this webinar. I'm sure that all the students, whoever participated, can discuss with you on the training certifications and everything. So, I mean, if they have any questions, they can reach you anytime.
Inshallah.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, brother.
Thank you. Thank you very much.